Take two. Garrick Werdmuller here. Today we are with Philip Kaake from Compass Real Estate. He's a realtor. Philip and I, we've done some business together. We're buddies. He's also a photographer, and he does some great videos. So I thought you'd be the perfect person to ask what's going on. The world is opening up a little bit now with open houses, etc. What does that look like?
A little bit, yeah. So prior to today, people were not allowed to show occupied properties. You couldn't go into an occupied home. But let me back up a moment. So anybody who wants to show property, whether it's an owner who's selling a home or buyers who are interested in going to look at a home, needs to sign what's called a PEAD. And this is a property entry advisory declaration. And both parties need to sign this. And basically what it says is that we are aware of COVID-19, and we are agreeing to abide by social distancing. And then there's some other requirements in terms of the amount of people that can go in the house, and of course advising that the sellers disinfect the house after somebody has left the house. So the new regulations are that you can show an occupied property, somebody who's living at the property, but the requirement, I believe, is that they must be gone for a minimum of 1 hour before people come to view the home. And then I think there's a requirement as well in terms of suggestion of how long people have been gone from the home when the sellers or the occupants return. So this is the new opening up, and there's been a relaxing in some cases of essential businesses. It's a very complicated thing to try and decipher what is an essential business with regards to, say, painters or cleaners or things like that. My understanding is those are still not allowed, although Contra Costa County is different than Alameda County. Contra Costa County is allowing stagers, but currently Alameda County is not allowing stagers. And this is changing all the time, and we're always having meetings and discussions about it and emails from my managers. So, but currently that's what is going on. From a market standpoint, the inventory from last year is down by almost exactly 50%. I think it was like 49.7% in the areas that my managers watch. Subsequently as well, although there are homes still selling, demand is down. So it would seemingly be that supply and demand are in sync. Homes are still selling for multiple offers. And of course, there are some that have been on the market a long time. No different than usual. So that's kind of a quick overview of what the market looks like.
And do you know, like in the old days, right, we had open houses from 2 to 4 on weekends. Is there any kind of like window where you make appointments like on afternoons or something like that, where people can go in separate groups or anything like that? Or is it just like on call, like on the phone by appointment only?
So many agents are doing these virtual open homes. I have my own opinion on that, and I'm not exactly sure why, because they could also just do a very long video. I've actually suggested people that do that. I've actually put together a whole video on how people could do this. But as things open up, that becomes less and less relevant. But so people are doing virtual open homes. I think that there is probably a minimum of time that one group could tour a home right after another group, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of documentation to read to, but obviously you can't have two groups of people going to a home from different households, and that's part of the requirement of the PEAD, is that the people who are viewing the home are all in one household, right?
Gotcha.
So you can never have two agents showing the home at one time, and there may be a requirement, and probably just, for good practice, to have a minimum amount of time from when one person viewed the home to another person viewed the home. But that's
Right.
always done on an agent-to-agent basis on when they would show it. So but the other thing is that you are also, all of these are by appointment. So a listing agent would know when somebody's there and then would advise when the next people could go. So I don't exactly know. I mean, a lot of people are trying to figure out what does the CDC say about this, and we get into a lot of technical aspects of COVID-19, but needless to say, you want to have a certain amount of time. And then, of course, there's a requirement for masks, everybody having masks.
Sure.
Well,
All right. Well, cool. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Thank you for your time here, Philip.
Sure.
We appreciate you. And yes, have a good day, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Garrick.